We welcome you to our annual Hart Women's Basketball Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Stephen Davis. Next up, we're joined by defending Hart champion Central Methodist, led by head coach Mike Davis. Zutoria Cook is with us as well. Coach Zutoria, thanks for joining us today. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having us. It's always great to get preseason, because after preseason, what happens? Then we get to start playing games. So that's a good day for an old coach.
You get into the fun part then, especially for the players. Coach, before we get into that, though, introduce us to Zutoria sitting next to you and tell us about her importance to your Eagles.
Hey, this young lady, Zutoria Cook, was a late addition to our program a year ago. And we thought we had our roster full. Literally the week before school starts, we lose the player. We are searching. We find the greatest gem we could have ever found in August. Zutoria was leaving the military and looking to get back into school and on the court. And wow, what a great find we had. And, defensive player of the year in our league last year, and fantastic player for us and a big part of our success. So we were very, very fortunate to have her. And as good as she is on the court, she's better off of it.
Zutoria, coach raving about you, blowing you up right there, but he said it, Hart Defensive Player of the Year last year. What did that honor mean to you?
It definitely meant the world, especially me, it being a stroke of serendipity, getting here at the last minute. It was awesome just being able to play with everybody that I played with. And I can't give it up to anybody else but my teammates and my coaches for helping me achieve that goal.
Hey, I've got a question for you. What other player have you interviewed that used the word serendipity in her conversation with you? I mean, that's a first for me in 30 some years.
None, which leads me to my next question. Zutoria, you have this backstory. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, and this journey that brought you there to Central Methodist.
Okay. So I grew up in Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, to be exact. Played basketball all my life, pretty much. I wound up going to Georgia Tech first. It didn't work out there. It's fine. Went to the military for about 3.5 years, the Marine Corps, to be exact.
Yeah, don't say military to her. It's
No.
Marine.
Yeah, don't like to be called a soldier. But yeah, I'm a Marine. And then after that, I got out, and I wasn't really looking into basketball too much, but my boyfriend and a whole bunch of friends of mine and family said, hey, like, give it a try again. And Coach Davis reached out, and now I'm here.
Well, what was last season like for you and your teammates? A successful season, one of the best in program history.
It was awesome, honestly, playing every game, every night with them, stepping on the court ready, him getting us ready at practice. It was great playing with such an amazing, talented bunch of girls last year.
Coach, it was a successful season last year, undefeated in Hart play. You win the regular season conference title, go all the way to the national semis. How much fun was that run? How important was it for your program to have that kind of season as you continue to build forward?
You know, it's amazing. We'd been a Final Four team, Fab Four team the previous season. Last season, as great as that year was, and all, it was just a magical run. And yet at the same time, we all expected a little more. We all wanted a little more. So I think we left it with the understanding, wow, what an unbelievable year, great accomplishments. And yet we all knew we wanted just a little bit more too. And, that's being pretty greedy when you win 35 in a row and say we want just a little more. But I think that's part of our culture and part of the young ladies we have here. I'm so proud of the people we have here because they have high expectations for themselves on and off the court. And, Tori's just one of those.
We have some of your local media with us as well. Justin, introduce yourself and then fire some questions.
Justin Addison, Fayette Advertiser. Great to see you. Glad to see that Central's about ready to take the court again. But, Mike, I have to ask you, this is the big question. We just talked about it, 35 straight wins, you lost in the semis last year. Is the pressure on to repeat? You're already picked as to repeat in the Hart, but what's the pressure like now after such a great season, really two great seasons?
Let me tell you about our team right now. We have 3 returners from that team from a year ago. We graduated 6 of our top 7 players. Tori is our lone returning starter. So 13 new players with our program right now. I think most people would say, hey, you're going to rebuild. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Trust me, we're not working toward rebuilding. We're working toward being right back where we were. Now, is it going to be a process? Yes, it is. If you would have been in practice yesterday, you'd realize that too. We have had our struggles. And I think there are a lot of challenges to having so many new players. I do think we have some real talent with this team. I think as this team matures and we learn to speak the same language, we always say you have to speak Eaglese if you're here. Once we learn to do that, I think there's a great future and a great spot for this team sometime this year. How quick we can get there, that's our challenge, isn't it?
Well, Zatoria, you were the third leading scorer, I think, last year. Coming back, you're now the top spot. Do you feel the pressure? Are you ready to lead this team back to a Hart title and possibly a national championship?
Right. I think like Coach Davis said, there's always pressure on us, especially coming from 35 in one season. We're definitely gonna have a target on our back at all times. As far as me, I think that it was kind of expected, me to lead the team. But as far as that, I'm not too worried. I think that everybody else is gonna pick up and get on course as soon as possible. So I think we're gonna be fine. Everybody's stepping up into their positions and trying to lead as well. So we're on a great start.
I know Coach said that there's been a challenge, a couple of practices here, but how do you feel stepping back on the court, back in the Eagle Green, back with some of your old teammates?
It's definitely fun. It's different this year, that's for sure. But no worries. I'm not scared or anything. I think that everybody that we have on the court with us, everybody that's been recruited and is here now, they're going to be ready when their number's called. So no pressure there.
We've really brought in some young ladies that I think are embracing being a part of this. They want to carry their load. And I think that's a great trait to have, not looking for someone else to do it. They want to carry their load and be a part of our success.
Coach Davis, can you talk about, I know it's very early, but can you talk about who you have in mind for your starting rotation or anything like that? Who's stepping up? Who do you expect to be a player this year?
Let's not talk about starters. Let's talk about some young ladies who've done a really good job. Of course, Zutori has been fantastic. I think she's going to lead us in a lot of different ways. And I think sometimes last year, our team had some great star power and we overlooked maybe some of the things that she did. I think we're going to get to really see that this year. Some of our new players, Haley Burfield is a young lady who transferred in from University of Alaska Anchorage, can really shoot the basketball. I think she's going to provide some of that perimeter scoring that we graduated. On the inside, Beyonce Carter is a young lady that came in from Coastal Carolina University. Before that, she played at Moberly Community College, so she's an old Greyhound. Beyonce has tweaked the knee a little bit right now. We may lose her for this week, but she should be back. She's a big-time player on the inside. Maybe a little undersized, 5'11", maybe 6 foot, but big heart, big motor. She plays well, and I think she's going to do a great job for us. We don't have a lot of freshmen always here that step in and play right away. We have a young lady out of Philadelphia, though, Samaya Stevens. Her body is very mature. Her game is mature. We always like to say we want to play downhill, baseline to baseline, basket to basket. And trust me, Samaya plays that way. She was the public league player of the year in Philadelphia last year. So someone that we really think will do a great job, even though she's young for us. Another transfer that we got out of the Northwest, Ray Trotter. And Ray's a young lady. She was the most valuable player and defensive player of the year in her junior college league up there. And, we always told her if she wanted to be defensive player of the year here, she had some big shoes to fill in fighting with Tori. But someone who plays both ends of the court, does a good job and creates a lot of things. Tanisha Purnell, another transfer that can really shoot the basketball. I think she'll provide some scoring for us. And, we have one young lady who's, in my mind, a real question mark right now. But I think one that might be sometime this year a big positive for us. Benny Lundu is a 6'6" young lady that transferred into us from Jacksonville. Benny is extremely long at 6'6", and she's still getting better. She's still working on things, but there's a certain amount of change to the basketball game that you can make just by being that size. And, she's still working on things, but I think sometime this year, Benny's going to be a force for us and someone who helps change basketball games. Did I miss anybody that you're thinking of right there, Tori? Anybody on your mind?
I think you pretty much got it all. I mean, everybody's going to be key for us.
Yes.
On and off the court at all times. So.
Yep.
Coach, you said you like to play baseline to baseline. You did obviously very well at that last year. With 13 new players come in, are you guys going to be prepared to do that again this season?
Oh, who knows? We're not changing how we're doing things, but it's always going to have a different look with different players. We're a little vanilla right now. We don't have as much stuff in this time of year as we did a year ago, just for the simple reason so many new people. It's like I was talking with Tori. It's so fortunate that I'm a patient coach because, that allows us to move slowly. And I say that jokingly when I say it because I'm not patient at all. We want to be there today. But this is a group that they've been very good to work with. Do we have a lot of work to do? Sure we do, but I think we're going to get there sometime this year.
Well, the season is just right around the corner. November 1st, I believe.
We open up November 1 here at home. We play a full doubleheader schedule with our conference this season. So we will only have 4 non-conference games, 24 conference games. So a really full season. We start our conference play early. Our Hart, I think, is a very, very good conference. We were fortunate to run the table last year, but heck, then the national champion comes out of our conference. So I think when you look at the teams that we're going to play, the schedule we're going to play, it will get us ready for postseason. And, if you're tough enough to get that done, you'll be ready.
Coach, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
Justin, thank you. Coach Zutoria, thank you as well. Great stuff. Have a great season. Best of luck this year.
Thank you. Go Eagles.